Hey fellow beaters, it's JP and I hope you all are doing well, are healthy and safe. So I've got a tutorial for you tonight and here it is. It's using herringbone stitch and I'm using a couple of bead types that hopefully you have in your stash. So in this bracelet I am using, so I did two different colorways. So the one in the video, the tutorial will be this one, but I also did an alternative bead type, so just to show you what that would look like. So you need a 4mm bead. So in my case, I'm using a 4mm pearl. You can use other types of rounds like Drux. Ooh, I got some right here. So something like that is also good. You can use bicones, which is what I used in this bracelet. And of course, I've got some fire polish over here, a fire polish, or even a rondelle. So you've got your options. You can do any bead type you want. You can mix and match. You can do different colors, lots of options. Also, you're going to need a bugle. Now, what's nice about this design is it doesn't matter what size bugle you have. The ones I have are like 3 and 4 millimeter bugles. But if you have the longer ones, like the 6mm, then you can go ahead and use those too. I think those would look beautiful with this. So it doesn't matter. Now, if you don't have bugles, you can just do seed beads, or you can do more units of this. So I alternated between my little flower design here and then the bugles, but you could do more of the flower design if you don't have these. So this is completely up to you, and you'll see how the design works. So you can still do that. If you end up using seed beads, then what you just need is to I suggest doing a different color of seed beads just to kind of give it the same look if you want. So you don't necessarily need the bugles, but they're fun, and I bought a ton because I bought a big box, or not a big box, but I bought like a box of different beads, and so these all came together, and so you'll probably see a lot more designs with bugles. So hopefully you have a good stash. Anyway, the last thing you'll need are seed beads, of course, and these are 11s, and the gold ones are Toho. What is that? That is 557 PF. So these are Tohos, and then of course the silver beads are my favorite. Mayuki galvanized silver, 1051 I think is the number, or I'm not sure, or if that's just specific to Aurora crystals. But those are the two bead types, and then you'll need a clasp. I'm using lobster claw. I use 6-pound fireline. That works really, really well, but you can use 4 or 8 also. So here's the smoke fireline that I used. I started with about 5 feet. It'll all depend on the length that you need for your bracelet. So you may need more thread, you may need less, though probably not less. My wrist is pretty small. Anyway, so the number of beads I'm not going to say. I used 6 because that's the length I needed, so you might need to do more units. So it depends. Anyway, enjoy, and let's get started. So to start, what you're going to do is pick up 4 11s and just bring them down towards the end of your thread. You want to leave a little bit of a tail, not much, and go up just the first 2 11s, just like that. Hold on to the tail, don't let that slip through, and you want to have the 11 sitting side by side like so. And then pick up 1 11 and go into the next 2 11s here. So you should have this, and then, whoops, get my big thumb out of the way there. Go back up, so see the thread is coming out of there. Go back up into the 2 11s. You're not adding any beads at this step here. And so here's what you have. Then go into just the first, or just this next 11 here. Just like that. And pick up 4 11s. and go back through just that 111. And this is what you get. And then what you're going to do is go into the next 11 in this group of 4 you just picked up. And then you're going to pick up an 11, go into the next 11, go into an 11, and go into the next 11. And I will get my thumb out of the way here so you can see what I did. And last time, pick up an 11 and go into the next 2 11s. And you should get this cute little diamond. And this is for the clasp. So now what I'm going to do is go up into 2 beads. I'm reinforcing, so I'm just going to go do this 2 beads at a time. I find that's works the best. My needle can handle going up 2 beads because of the angles. And I'm just reinforcing everything. Okay, and this will feel much firmer once you've gone through it like I'm doing. And of course you can do this again. Not a problem. So I've gone through it and I've just flipped it over just because it's easier for me to work with the left side. As you may know, I'm left-handed. And this is what you get. Then go up into the next. So you're coming out of this bead here. There's my thread, if you can see. Go up into the 2 beads. All right, so you want to keep the tension tight as you work. So I'm going to pick up 2. And this is just herringbone, so go down into the first bead on the other side. And then go back across. So here's where the thread is exiting. Go across to this one and go up 2. All right, and this is what you're going to get. And then I'm going to repeat this. So pick up 2, go down the 1. And then thread comes out of this bead, so go across and go up 2. And I always do this. I hold the piece with my thumb and index finger and then yank the thread to tighten this up. And I want to keep this tension nice and tight. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do this 2 more times. So pick up 2 11s, go down this next 11 here. And then again, so go across, and then you're going up 2. This is how you do pretty simple, straightforward herringbone. Okay, and one more time. And I'm going down. And I'm going to go across, and I'm going up my 2. Just like that. And this is what you should get. Now I'm going to pick up my bugle. So you want to get 2 bugles, and just want to make sure they're about the same length. So if you got good quality bugles, they should be, but so I picked up my 2. There's the thread. I'm going to go ahead and go down into this one just like I've been doing. And then you might have something like this happen. You just want to force that because the bugles will want to not sit together, at least at first. So just push them together like I'm doing. I push them together, and this is what you get. So now I'm coming The thread is coming out of this bead here, so I'm going to go directly across and go up 2. In this case, it's going to be an 11 and the bugle. And there you have it. I've got fireline smush, as you can see. I got fireline on my fingers, whatever that is. Okay, so this is what you should have. And now pick up 2 11s. Go down the bugles, or bugle, just the one bugle bead there. And then go across, and you're going to go up the bugle and then up the 11, or through the 11. So again, you're still going down 1 and up 2. It's still the same pattern. And there you have it. This is what you should get. So now I'm going to do herringbone again. So I'm picking up 2. Actually, we're still doing herringbone no matter what bead I'm picking up. So came down, my thread's exiting there. I'm going to go across and go up 2. And one more time. I'm going to pick up 2, go down 1, and go across and go up the 2 11s. Is that clear? And this is what you should get so far. Okay, so now in the next step, what you're going to do is pick up pick up your 4mm, so whatever you're using, and 2 11s. So this is what you should be picking up. And then I'm going to put this down and bring this all the way down to the bottom of the thread. So pay attention to which bead your thread is exiting. So skip over these 2 and go back through the 11, and you're going to go into the 11 on the opposite side here. So go back through the 4mm, sorry, I think I said 11. Go back through the 4mm purl in my case, and then the 11. And you get something like this. So go across, so my thread is coming out of here, I'm going to go across and then up into the 4 again. So go into your 4mm, then up into the 11. Okay, so now you're going to just go into this next 11 here. Alright, so the thread coming out of there, now pick up 4 11s and you're going to go into the 11 down here. So you're going to go and skip the 4mm. And if I can just get it to there. So you can see. And so now those set of 4 wrap around the purl. Now here's where your thread is coming out of. So go across to this 11, just the 11. And now pick up 4 11s again. And go up into that 11 up here on top of the 4mm. And you should get a little daisy looking thing like that. Super cute, I think. And that's, so then to continue, I'm going to continue with this pattern. Essentially this is going to be the pattern now. So I'm going to pick up 2 11s and go down this first 11 here. And then I'm just going to go directly across to the 11s over here, or to the 11 and then go up the 2. like so. And one more time, pick up 2 11s, go down my 2 11s, or go down my 1 11 rather. So, and then go across and up the 2. All right, so I am now going to go ahead and do the bugles. So go ahead and pick up 2 bugles. So let's see. So my bugles aren't the best quality. I got these giant box of bugles. Oh, this one's broken. I got them at Michael's, and actually I think these two are similar. So go ahead and bring those down. This is usually an easier way to do it, and then I kind of just fold it down a little bit and then go into the first 11 on this opposite side. And that helps it to kind of come together. So, and then you're just going to go across to the 11 over here and then go up through the 11 and the bugle. Okay, now continuing with our pattern, I'm going to pick up 2 11s and I'm going down just the bugle. Then I'm going to go across and go up the bugle on the other side and this 11 here. All right, now what I'm doing here, as I showed you before, I'm just going to hold it down and then pull the thread just to give it a nice tug. So I'm going to add 2 more sets of 11s. So picking up 2 11s, going down to the opposite side, and then going up my 2 11s. And one more time, and then I'm going to add my pearl. So 2, and then down just the 1 11. Go directly to the opposite. And go up the 2. Okay, now I'm going to show you this once again. So pick up your 4mm, whatever you're using, and then pick up 2 11s. Bring them down to the thread. Skip over the 2 11s, go back through the 4mm, and then what you want to do is go into the 11 that's opposite where the thread's coming from. So the thread's coming out of this one. You actually want to go into the other one. So that way it centers your 4mm and it's more secure in terms of how it sits. And there you go. So there it is. So now what I'm going to do is, so here's where the thread's exiting. Go directly to the opposite 11 and then up into the 4mm and the 11 there. So speeding that up just a little bit. There you go. Now go ahead and go down into, or go over into this next 11. Just take your needle and go over into this next one. Pick up 4 11s. Oh, one more. That's 3. So there's my 4 11s. And my thread is coming out of that bead up there, so I'm going into this just 11 directly below one side of the 4mm. There. Now the thread's here, so I'm going to go up into this one. And again, pick up 4 11s. Just like this, and then go up into the 11 over here. And there you have it. And then you just continue with the 11s in this part of the pattern. So pick up 2 11s, go into the next. So threads coming out of this one, you want to go into this next one here. Just the one. And then back across and up into the 2. Just like that. All right, one more time. I'm going to do a set of 11s here. Pick up 2, go down the 1, and then go across and come up 2. Okay, so there is the pattern that I'm doing. So you can change up the pattern however you want to do this. It is completely up to you. So I'm basically doing sets of 3. Well, here I did 6 to start off with, but that just makes this a little more stable. And then my bugles, then a set of 3 11s, then the 4mm, a set of 3 11s, bugles, set of 3 11s, 4mm, set of 3 11s. So guess what comes next? The bugles. So go ahead and continue. Like I said, you can change up the pattern so you don't have to do a set of 3 like I'm doing. You can, you know, kind of play with it whatever you like, but I like the way this looked. So keep going, and then I will show you how to finish off. It's not going to be too different than what we did here. It's exactly the same, actually. But keep going. Okay, so I finished, or I'm just about finished with the bracelet. I've made the length that I need. So here's my piece. So here I have my 3 set of herringbone. So what I'm going to do is do 3 more and then show you how to make the clasp. So just pick up 2 11s and go down, and go back up 2, and repeat again. Pick up 2 11s, go down 1, and go across, and then go up 2. Okay, so at this point I have set of 5 here, so, or basically, you know, 5 rows. So this time I'm going to pick up 3 11s, go down 1, and you get that, you get a little pyramid, triangle, whatever you want to call it. So threads coming out of this one, go across and go up the 2, and just like that. And then what I'm going to do is just go into this one bead here, and I'm actually just going to flip it really quick. No, well, either way, doesn't matter. Pick up 4 and go back through it, and you should get that. And then I am going to flip it now just because it's easier for me to work from the left. Go through the first 11 in that group of 4. Now pick up an 11, go into the next one. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way, so pick up an 11, go into the next one. But I also have to tighten things, so that's part of the reason why you see my hands getting in the way, is because I'm trying to tighten things. And almost done making the little diamond. I need 1 more, so pick up an 11 and go through the next 2. There they are. Put my finger in the way so you can kind of see it better. And then I'm just going to reinforce this. So reinforce. So go through 2 beads at a time is just the easiest way to do it. Although sometimes you can't even do that. So I'm going through 1. And then the next. See if I can do 3. Yeah, so now I could do 3. And I'm just going to turn the work. Pick up go through 2, not adding any beads, just reinforcing my little diamond loop. And then going through the next set of 2 beads. And you can reinforce some more, but now to tie off, what I'm just going to do is go down a couple of beads, and so I went down 2, I'm going to go across and go up the 2, and I'm actually just reinforcing this part too, just because this might feel a little loose. So go up the 2, and then across into that guy, our little single connector there, and then you can go ahead and reinforce this again if you want. I'm also basically tying off. So in this case, I don't make knots when I do herringbone. I actually just kind of weave the thread through several times around and around. So I'm going down to maybe about 3 now. And this time I'm going to go across and just go into the 1. So if you've done this nice and tight, you will notice that it's not actually that easy to do that. You may need to just shift the beads a little bit. So mine's pretty tight there. So what I might do, I think I'm going to go down a couple more. Like so, and then go across and see if I can come back up this way. Yep, this time I can get in. So, and I'm just going to go up 2. And then go back across and see if I can go down is the question. Yep, I was able to get in there. Alright, so I went down about 4 beads, including the bugle. And just go across, go through the 1, and back around. I'm going to go down a couple more, and this should be about it. There. Got through the 2. And you'll find that this is going to be nice and stiff. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that. Okay, the last thing I got to do is add my jumprings. So grab my tools. I don't have exactly gold, so I'm using these, I ran out and didn't realize it when I started using these colors. So, but at this point, since I was further and had the bracelet already made, I was basically just going to go with it. So open the jump ring, it should fit right through. And I'm going to add my little lobster claw there. And then close the ring, which should, if I can actually get a grip on it, there we go. There. And then do the same thing on the other side. Hopefully find some gold ones, because I really don't like the way this looks, but you guys know what I'm doing. You understand how this happens. All right, there is my finished piece with the gold and the pearls, and then here is the silver one from earlier with the blue bicones. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.